Okay, you guys, so I know it's been a while since I made a video. I just want to do a quick video here of the 36 gallon, and as you can see, it's purling. Everything's looking nice and green. I'm going to be putting more plants in here soon. I got some Rotella that's going to go in here. Amazon swords. There's two different kinds of Amazon swords. There's some way back there. So I noticed that the plants weren't getting the full potential, and I cranked the light up a little bit with the I wasn't using that light in the back there with the Night Crew. If you haven't watched a video on the Night Crew, this light is not strong enough to do a 36 gallon bow front, and I don't use the special features because the 24 cycle and that is just complete bogus. But anyway, that said, as you can see, it's purling. It's looking good. The plants are doing good. And these are little rainbows. Little Boesmannis. So I did a video on the babies, and we didn't know what they were, but now as you can see, they are Boesmannis. Isn't that wicked? And I just spawned new Boesmannis in the tank out there, and now I have 7 or 8 more coming. So I will be selling some Boesmannis. I'll be keeping the males. There's a male there. There's another male there. There's 2 males, 2 or 3 males in there. And I think the rest are females. So I will be selling the females. Probably not all of them. One of them probably I'll keep. I'm trying to get... my next step is to do the neon tetras. As you can see there, I have I think 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this tank, and I think there's 8 in the other tank out in the living room. But I'm going to try them. I got my brine shrimps here now. I'm going to start doing my hatchery. I'll do a video on that eventually. But it's been crazy. I mean, I've been right straight out, staying home. Long story short, we quarantined ourselves, isolated ourselves in our home. We went out and bought a lot of groceries. My guy I don't know why I wasn't thinking about toilet paper, but I didn't really think toilet paper was going to go missing up the shelf, but boy was I wrong. So I stocked up on a lot of food, but nothing to wipe our ass with. So yeah, this is what I've been doing. I've been working on the aquariums a little bit, not too much, but I've been doing mostly painting. So I've been painting the living room, giving me something to do. I think we're going to take this out of here, and I'm going to put a nano tank. I don't know, a flex bow front, I think. Swivel flex. I'm thinking about putting one here, the 32 in the corner. I've been painting, you guys. I'm trying to keep busy. And you can see new plants in the 75. And I've been having problems with the plants. They look like they're dying. So I cranked the CO2 up and the light out. And I got some new fertilizer coming, Thrive. So I'm going to give that a try. Thrive All-in-One. So it should be, I'm going to start dosing 3 days a week with the Thrive, and I got the CO2 cranked up because as you see it's purling here. Actually, still putting CO2 out in this tank. I just turned the CO2, well, the CO2 just went off about probably 10 minutes ago, not even. As you can see, the CO2 is still pumping in the tank. So I increased the CO2 and I increased the light. We're going to see what happens here. I got some Blackbeard algae starting on the sword in the back. Go figure. My Climboma plants are just dying right out. I don't know. It can't be lack of nutrients because, geez, it's got lots of fert tabs. It's got lots of fertilizer in the tank. I've been using Flourish, Easy Green. Just, oh my God. Anyway, long story short, they're kind of dying, but I made some changes yesterday, and we'll see what happens with the changes that I made. And I do think it's the light and CO2. So, and the fertilizer, the Easy or Thrive Plus, it should do the trick. But those bunnies won't stop eating that plant. They can eat it right up. It's like I can't put any nice big plants in this tank with the big leaves like you've seen in the 36 because they just eat it. I mean, good grief. So I got some swords in the back. There's some new swords. I got babies off of my Amazon swords. There's that's a different type of sword. I forget the name of it. There's another one right there. And there's another sword. There's all kinds of swords. There's a baby one in the back again that I got. And there's another sword. Oh God. This tank, I just wish it would take off. I'm about ready to take and just wipe everything out. Start over. I'm about ready to take everything out of this tank. And I'm about ready to shove all the gravel down. And then put dirt in the bottom of this tank and put the gravel back on top. Because it's just ridiculous. Like I'm about ready to go dirt at bottom. Here's a tank that has dirt at bottom. Shitty light. This is more of a reef light, so it's doing its best at keeping just the lights on. And I'm about ready to take it out. But as you can see in this tank, everything is growing good. There's no CO2. Actually, that long sword right there you see come out of this tank. I just put it in the 75 last night. In this tank, I have all the male guppies. And look at that one. He's pretty. But all I have is male guppies in this tank. And some plants. I've been putting plants in here, growing them. I have 2 of each plant, or 1 of each plant in this tank that I own. So if anything happens to my plants that I have, they die, I have backup. Yeah, no CO2 in that tank. 36 gallon, the light's off, so I can't show you too much in here. But I do see that the CO2 thing fell off. I'm going to have to fix that. But the plants in here are doing good in that tank. This tank here seems to take off. Like it's doing good, it's balanced out. The other tank that I have out here, the 60 gallon, it's it's doing good, but it's slowed down. That's a sign of lack of nutrients in the water column and light probably. So I cranked the light up some more and there'll be some ferts going in the tank soon. Look at the friggin' Christmas moss, like just taking off. Oh yeah, I put the angels out here. I had to do something with the angels. I didn't like the 75 gallon, the CO2 going very high in it, so I moved them over here. And you can see the drop checker is a nice green, so it's perfect. I never even checked the drop checker in this one. It's a nice light green too. So I think I got the CO2 about where it's supposed to be. Now we'll just leave it and see what happens, and I'll start dosing with Thrive as soon as it comes in. It should be here tomorrow, I hope. Even the swords, the little swords just died. They were growing really good, and they just bang, nothing. So, yeah. If you guys have any idea what's going on in this tank, you can help me out. Much appreciated, but I think I have an idea what's going on. The light was too low and not enough CO2. So I checked the fertilizer, the nitrate in the tank, and it was at 20. It was in between 20 and 30 ppm parts per million. So I'm thinking it's got enough ferts in the tank now. So I'm going to let it stay there. I'm not putting any more ferts in this tank until I get to Thrive, and it should be here tomorrow, I hope. And I'll give it its first dose. I'll actually give it a water change, and then I'll give it another dose of Thrive. And I'll do it Mondays, Wednesdays, or probably Mondays, Thursdays and Sundays. So we'll see what happens. I'll give you an update on this if I can figure it out. You guys should, if you want, leave me a comment. I'm not a professional on plants, but anybody can take some advice. So yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I did a video, and oh, this tank's went out. Yeah. But anyways, the coronavirus is going around. It's friggin', this is the most scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. But anyways, you guys, keep in touch. Follow, rate, subscribe. And I'll try to upload some more videos here soon. And, oh yeah, piece of advice, don't buy the Night Crew. All 24/7 is junk. I mean, I would regret buying it, but I got my money back out of it. They gave me my money back, so it's a free light. So what can you say? But what I have on there now should grow all the plants I need in this tank. I don't know if it's going to grow the Rhotilia. It should. But we'll soon see, because there's going to be some going in there. So thanks for watching, you guys. Everybody stay safe. Stay away from each other people. Stay home if you can, because it's just, that's the way to stop this. Is stay home. Don't go nowhere. If you stay home from work. If you go to work and you have kids, I'd be looking for another alternative of finding out, like the government's got programs and stuff to help you out. Stay home, because it's not worth it. You can't work when you're dead, and you can't take care of your kids when you're dead. So, I mean, it happens. You could catch it and say, oh, I'm not going to die, and tomorrow you're dead. So, I mean, don't play around like that when you got children, you guys. So, later.